Ben, how many bands are you in these days?
Let's see. I work with a lot of different folks.
Yeah.
Mainly right now, in town anyway, with the Gretchen Mitchell Band. And of course, Reggie Houston. I'm also doing some work from time to time with Thera Memory Super Band. On the road, I've been off and on with the Neville Brothers since 2008.
Yep.
And I'm also working with a couple of producers in smooth jazz, Darren Ron and Paul Brown, who, Paul, on his own anyway, has over 50 #1 hits. So he's definitely a heavyweight in the game, and we're doing a show right now called The Producers.
So you play with Papa Funk, huh?
Oh yeah.
Is that really demanding?
It's an education is what it is.
Yeah.
People say, you know, they don't want you unless you're from New Orleans, and I absolutely, totally get it.
Yeah.
There's something in the water there that you have to be born into that. It's an education.
Yeah, wow. So of all of those, what is the most challenging for you?
They're all challenging because they change daily.
Yeah.
You can play with the same band for 10 years, and hopefully every day is a new day. So if it gets to a point that everything's exactly the same and it's not challenging anymore, you got to do something to make it challenging somehow.
Well, you're not bored.
No, not by any means.
You are in demand. You're one of the. Now, you know, everybody says when they talk about Ben, they go, Ben, he's bad. He is bad. And you just had that reputation.
Well, I thank them all.
Can funk be taught?
I think all music can be exposed to. I think being taught is a state of mind. You have to want to learn it. If you want to learn it, you'll get into it. You'll saturate yourself in it. And yeah, eventually, if you have the talent, have actually the raw talent musically, yeah, you can learn it, sure.
All right. You just played Round Midnight with Reggie Houston and Janice Scroggins. And before that, you were playing Watermelon Man by Herbie Hancock.
Correct.
And before that, it was something even funkier.
Okay.
What is the difference playing something as delicate and beautiful as Round Midnight, especially with Janice Scroggins solo, which is
blistering.
Blistering, yeah. You know, you're one of the few guys, especially in town, who does play jazz on electric bass. What's that?
It's all about respecting the music. You have to be able to respect the music. When people wrote particular songs, they wrote them with certain things in mind. The object is to try and recapture that. You know, a lot of people feel like, well, I have to make it better. I have to do something to make it cooler. I have to do something to make it my own. I have to do... I kind of take a little bit different approach. I just want to see if I can give what the composer was trying to give to the music so that folks understand where they were coming from. It's not about where I was coming from. All the notes are the same. I just want to respect the music.
Now I'll go out on a limb here a little bit. Did I hear a little bit of Larry Graham in your playing?
I only wish you could hear Larry Graham in my playing. Obviously, as a bass player, Larry Graham is an influence to all of us. He started the whole the funky slap bass thing. That's his deal. You know, we wouldn't have it. Well, I can't say we wouldn't have it, but basically it's his deal.
Yeah.
So any of us that do that, yes, we have Larry Graham influence. Absolutely.
And he should get a lot more recognition, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. There are too many musicians that are not getting the recognition that they deserve. Too many of them.
Have you been in the studio lately?
As a matter of fact, yes. I'm working on my own record as we speak. I just recorded the new Lloyd Jones upcoming CD. Lloyd, a legend around here for those that don't know. And my band, In Touch, is in the studio currently working on their disc.
Who is in that band?
Oh, that would be the incredible Anthony Jones. Another guy, you talk about in demand. Anthony's playing with everybody. His brother Eldon T. Jones on saxophone. An incredible guitarist, another guy that's in demand around town, Tomo Maruda, is playing in that band. And our secret weapon is a young guy by the name of Zach Polwyk. And if you think you can spell it, you got another thing coming. But a phenomenal keyboard player, young guy, is coming up. You're going to hear a lot from that gentleman. So it's the 5 of us.
What's the material like? Where would you put it?
It is smooth jazz meets gospel meets funky R&B. Just a little meld of it all.
Is gospel still at the base of everything you do?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you still play in church, right?
Oh, absolutely. I'm the musical director for my church.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And does that informs everything else?
Everything. Yeah. Everything. I don't know if I should go to this place, but without God, there wouldn't be. So, obviously, it influences every single thing I do.